Alright, okay, there we go. Hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome back to Roguelands. So, I just remembered what I'm supposed to be doing. Oh well, whatever, we'll figure it out. Okay, so, I did some looking up, or more per se, a lot of you guys did some looking up, and sorry for the delay, had to film a lot of other things. Always need to hydrate before. I was like, oh sweet, I get to play Roguelands again. And then I totally forgot to hydrate beforehand. Hydrate before everything, guys. It's, like, actually a good idea. You generally feel more energetic when you're properly hydrated, and you definitely don't feel like shit afterwards. I mean, okay, don't overhydrate. I know... you can actually get water poisoning, interestingly enough, in life. I know this is, like, a completely bizarre and random PSA. I really need to make another... Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. I need to make another, collector thing. Probably should have chose to fight Ugarok in a better spot, but I also don't care. Really, I just came here because reasons. I came here because I wasn't really thinking about what I was doing. And, I mean, realistically, right now I'm trying to farm for, experience to some degree. We'll see if there's, like, a exit portal that actually brings us somewhere that we want to go to. But what we want to do, really, is get money. I guess that's what I need to do, first and foremost. Sort of, the other thing I need to do is make a ton of health kits, go back to the caverns, and go fight those horror monsters that shoot at me. I've got enough health for it now. How did I not get hit there? I have no idea. Oh, hey, we got a worm card from one of those guys. Those guys are worth a ton. Did I get this? Don't think I did. Alright, there we go. I'm gonna get hit by this rock, aren't I? Nope. Alright, let's see if I can run away from these experience points. Nope, I am way too slow. Scaly Butt, not exactly the fastest customer. I mean, I'd say he's a customer, but I feel like Scaly Butt's the kind of guy that, like, unintentionally five-finger discounts it, like, everything. Like, he's one of those people that will just, like, pickpocket a man as he goes by, just because that's what Scaly Butt does. He does not have all those points into dexterity for no reason. Scaly Butt, hardened criminal. Terrible person. Really don't want to be around him. Murders animals. He murders trees, wildlife. He freely takes handouts from mysterious strangers. Man, Halloween, those razor blades, he puts them to good use. Okay. So we get a couple of health pack 3s. I don't know why I'm making Scaly Butt out to be a terrible person. Near as far as I can tell, he has no personality. You know what? That's probably for the best. Maybe that's the point. He doesn't see anything wrong with highway robbery. He doesn't see anything wrong with petty theft. Because, you know what? There's no man behind the mask here. There's nothing. It's like the Joker. What you see is what you get, sort of. Except for the Joker actually has some, like, depth. Even if he's supposed to be just, like, a complete crazy man. And Scaly Butt just doesn't say words. He just murders the shit out of things, you know. That's what the Scaly Butt do. Oops. Well... I'm trying to kill it. There we go. Surprisingly hard to murder some things in this game. The movement system drives me up the wall. Like, I like the idea of it, but at the same time, oof. Okay, there we go. So, yeah, so one of you guys gave me some advice. I guess a couple of you guys gave me advice, but the one that stood out mainly that I remember, I haven't really had a whole lot of chance to read comments lately. Unfortunately, I haven't had enough time to actually even record Roguelands. But, you know those, like, horror wizards in the dank caverns? Those guys give, like, what was it, 9,000 experience or something insane? And sadly, they also will take, like, 50 shots from my gun to kill, which sucks a lot. However, if I kill one, that's, like, 5 levels, give or take. And a fair amount of other, like, goodies. So, it's kind of high on the priority list. It'd be nice if I could get my damage up to 100 before I fight them. Well, we could go to the Hollow Cavern. I could try it. They're not too hard to dodge. I don't know. One way or another, let's get some weapon EXP, seeing as this is a good weapon. Honestly, I should get some helm experience, seeing as that is a fabulous helm that needs to get levels. Because, like, my gun's okay. But whatever. Okay, so we want to close this. We want to drop off all of our miscellaneous resources that I currently don't have a use for. Let's go here, drop that off. We've got a bunch of health packs. You know what? I'm gonna take the whole kit and caboodle. We're gonna need a lot of healing here. And we should have enough, especially if I sell that card, to do another challenge run. That is a little bit contingent on us surviving here. Which could always be a bit of an issue. You never know. Okay, you know what? Let's actually go back for a second. Let's grab this. I'm gonna buy the gadget turret. Just so I have something to do with my money. Or not with my money, my MP. Because currently I have no use for it. And that's not a great place to be. Sort of? I don't know. Anyway, we've got plenty of money and... Okay. I guess if we die, we won't be able to go to challenge mode immediately. But if I die, I don't want to go to challenge mode immediately. That'll get me killed. That'll get me killed so fast. Okay. Oh, shoot. Forgot. Killed a man. Got his eyeballs. Horrifying. Truly disgusting. I am the salt of the earth. Seriously, I kill, like, just innocent strangers for their eye bits. It's fucked up. Okay, I know about rock scarabs. Lenny. Okay, so we don't want to stick around too long, because obviously getting trapped by those things is rough. What we want to do is find a great, clear spot to hang out, and I think I found it. This is going to be a great spot to fight the boss, and assuming I can kill some of those horror mages, we're actually in a good spot. Oh yeah, I forgot. I have a vitality booster too. Yeah, sadly, the turret's kind of crappy. But, you know, with the 35 tech, it should do a fair amount of damage. And then again, my perspective on it being bad is entirely flavored by my initial impressions back when it first came out. So I get the distinct feeling it's been balanced pretty well since the days of yore. Oh. I don't know why, but it suddenly makes... The word yore makes me think of Yog's cast. Look, word associated in my head is all sorts of screwballs. But, oh, there's a floating pixel on the outside of this thing. For shame, Sean, for shame. Yeah, no, word association is stupid. But yeah, I'm just thinking of the word Yogscast, and you know what? I haven't actually heard anything from, the Yogscast people in, like, years. It's weird. Like, there's so many prominent YouTubers out there that, like, can just totally fly under your radar if you're not actively, paying any attention to them. And I'm kind of, like, trying to figure out why specifically. Let's avoid that. I don't know if it was going to hit the objective or not. Apparently these things are objectives. I have no idea. But yeah, by actively not paying any attention to them, I actually have, like, totally forgot that they existed. Until recently. I was looking at reviews for games on Steam, because that's what I do, especially during the Steam sale. And I came across, what was their game? Tug? I think it was Tug. After the failed Yogscast Kickstarter. Or, no. It was a successful Kickstarter that failed to produce a game. Oh, how did I not take any damage from that? I have no idea. Anyway, let's go up. In retrospect. Okay, let's go up and around. There's actually not a whole lot here. But there's also no, like, mystical, weird, demon wizard creatures shooting at me. But yeah, after the, I would say, fairly terrible failure of theirs to deliver a game of any sort, really. I really think the developers were supposed to be at fault there. They more or less were an inexperienced studio, took the money and ran, or produced like a really shit project that, you know, nobody would want to play, really. I'm surprised the monster hasn't come after me. Here, like, I think we're done. Let's go to Shroomtown, actually. I haven't been to Shroomtown before. And I don't know what kind of difficulty scale we're looking at. That was really easy. Let's get helmet experience. What's that get it up to? Level 2? Yeah, it's worth it. Okay, let's drop off our resources. I'm not really interested in managing too much. Ooh, good music. Mostly good music. I don't know, kind of depends on your perspective. I like it. Okay, that's enough of that. I don't have anything I need to get rid of. Let's keep going. But yeah, so after their failed Kickstarter, the Yogscast people, something doesn't feel right. It's probably from just chopping down these trees. Oh, dung beetles. So that's where I get them. Love the music for this area, by the way. It's cool. Space pirates, they've come to steal my loot. Oh god, they're right here. Okay. I'm hoping that the combined efforts of me and my turret can do horrible things to them. Wow. Wrecked them. Wrecked them real hard. But yeah, so after the combined... the failures of the developers, Yogscast, whatever, Yogscast more or less struck a deal with the developers of Tug, I believe it was, saying, like, this is exactly what we were going to make anyway, so, like, here's a free copy. You know, we're really sorry. Shroom seem nice, wouldn't get too close. Can you believe some folks keep them as pets? Horrifying. Ow. This place is definitely a step up, just in terms of, like... Ow. Oh, shit. There's one up above. I didn't even see it because we're in dialogue letterbox mode. Well, whatever. These guys don't do too much damage, and they're pissed. Okay, so we've got a bully shroom somewhere. I'm gonna calmly just pick up shit until we find the boss. I don't know if the boss here flies. Oh, well, there's the bully shroom. Okay. I'm gonna just hang out in the back. Oh, he doesn't fly, but he does ugh. Okay, we're gonna go away from that for a second. We've got this guy here. Do I need a murder? Okay, there we go. And now back to Bully Shroom. Okay, there we go. And we get good stuff. Perfect. Okay, so Shroomtown is totally on the attainable side of things. Grab this stuff. But yeah, so they handed everybody Tug, and everybody's like, alright, I guess, whatever. Oh, you know what I like about Shroomtown? There's no random shit bouncing around to, like, to hit you. Like, it's a totally benign zone. There's no rocks, there's no anything, just enemies that shoot at you. Which I can totally deal with. We might actually be able to get some T3 equipment here. No, T2. I think this is a T2 area. Could be T3. Well, one way or another, we're getting the resources from it, which is totally acceptable on my end. If I could get the portal, actually, for Shroomtown, I wouldn't mind. Yeah. Throwing this place on challenge mode. The Bully Shroom might be a bit of a pain. And the damage from these guys might be a little bit hard to avoid. Still seems like a generally wise idea if I want to grind for anything, though. Okay, let's do that. Another one of the adventurers. Hello, traveler. I'm afraid I've forgotten the whereabouts of Shroom Castle. Lady Portobello will surely have my head for this. Well, I should lessen my burden of treasures if I hope to continue my journey. Oh, we got a move speed +1. Whoa, really? Oh, it's a chip. Yeah, it's a gear mod. Let's see. We need to put it in Gear City, though. Apparently? I'll have to look up exactly how it works. But for now, let's finish grabbing whatever loot remains and go from here. But yeah, so I saw the review specifically for Tug, and it was just, like, absolutely negative. And I'm like, oh, that actually kind of looked like it would be fun. That and, like, Planet Explorers. Both looked like really interesting proto-sandbox games that actually could have been, like, halfway decent. But sadly, apparently have fallen flat. Along with, you know, a load of other, oh, what am I thinking? Like a huge amount of other, sandbox games? Early access, really. It's not just sandbox. Early access is definitely the most, umbrella term I can think of to properly describe, you know, how many failed games there are out there. Weirdly enough, I looked into it. I think, was it Castle Story? Actually has had some patches lately, and the reviews were somewhat positive. I was thinking to myself, man, if this actually were, like, a reasonable price, I'd actually consider picking it up and being like, So, have they finally redeemed themselves? Because I think Castle Story was one of the earliest examples. I don't trust the ancient runes. I don't trust them one bit. Castle Story... And... Castle Story was one of the earliest Kickstarter games, from what I remember. Let's wait till Helmet comes around. Shield, there we go. And... I know Towns is still like a horrible failure of a game, but surprisingly, Castle Story is actually, apparently delivering on some of its promises, which surprised me. I really should, like, sit down and... I should do a video on, like, notable... Oh, Pirate Musket. Interesting. It's not good, but it might be useful for something, like a recipe or whatever. Oh, whoops. Just realized we can go back to this. I bet we have room for all of these things, or at least most of these things. There we go. We don't have room for the Monster Heart, but we'll put that there. It's T4. Then we'll put the Rock Spider card here, because we can sell the Worm cards and the extra Shmoo card for money. Okay, don't say anything else. Do we want to keep going? Yeah, let's keep going. I'm just going to do a basic chat, get my skills back up, collect resources, whatever. I probably should have picked up, I should have gone back to town and made some health kits. But I guess it doesn't matter. The other thing we could do is throw us on challenge mode. But I kind of want to have, like, a specific run for that. And I think now is just good, chill out, grindy for lovely time. Even if I guess I'm not going to fight any of those horror monsters. Okay. But it would be interesting to go over the, like, the most egregious of all of the, like, early access offenders. I don't know how to put it beyond that, but, like, all of the games that, you know, truly never left early access, never actually followed through on any of their things. I'm specifically thinking of... Oh, what am I thinking of? It was Ark before Ark was a thing. And I can't remember its name now. But, like, it was a dinosaur survival game. I think Game Grumps has a couple of videos on it. I'm sure a lot of other people do. I just heard of it through Game Grumps. And then, you know, a number of other YouTubers talking about it after the fact. Possibly it was on Twitter, but effectively the game was, you know, dinosaur survival. You could, like, lasso other players and drag them around and stuff. But I don't even remember where the developer was from. But, suffice to say, the guy just fell off the map so hard that even his co-workers, the people he was working with, couldn't find him again. He more or less took all of their money and ran, to the point where, like, what was it? We should probably actually fight this horror monster. Let's do this, and it's already dead. Well, yeah, I probably should up us to challenge 1 after a certain point. Really wish there was actually a mini-map for this. I know the maps aren't particularly crowded, but it would be nice to have some indication of, like, have I been here yet? Because sometimes the answer is yes, sometimes the answer is no, and I am honestly having a hard time keeping track of it all. Okay, but, yeah, so the developer fell off the face of the world with all the Kickstarter money. And, I mean, it was a lot of Kickstarter money, too. It was, like, $500,000? It was something comparatively high. Okay, I wanted to get to that, but it doesn't look like that's gonna happen. Ah, that's fine. Yeah, I don't even remember what the name was, and I probably never will. It was kind of one of those games that was on my radar for, like, half a minute before I was like, it looks dumb. This is before I really got into sandbox games, and honestly, I'm only, like, partially into sandbox. Like, I like me some scrap mechanic. I enjoy a lot of other ones. But, like, you know, the whole DayZ Ark thing is only partially interesting to me. Oh shit, we got poisoned. That doesn't happen very often. That's a problem. Note to self. keep this mini health kits on me. I can always remake them pretty easily. I don't know. Like, certain survival games are just way too limited on my end. Like, they either want to be like Minecraft or DayZ, or they try and be both, and so very few games actually turn out well in that regard. Like, almost never, really. Most of them are quite bad. Like, truly awful. Okay. Let's wait for helmets to loop around again. Because we know for a fact this helmet will last me the whole game. Let's get a fragment out emblem. This actually has some stuff. Ghast emblem. Galactic emblem. Yeah, I'll dip into the savings a bit for this one. We got the money. Let's see. Grab that. And keep going. Yeah, we'll do a challenge run for next episode. Right now I just don't have the time. Actually, we need to do that. We're running low on space. And this is okay. Okay, so what can we drop off? Let's try and drop off everything, and then assuming we can't, let's keep dropping off everything else. Yeah, I mean, realistically, we've already got $2,000 dues in cards that we can sell. I might keep the Rock Spider card. I probably won't. I really don't care. Let's see, is there anything else? Not really. I'm really hoping I can get a ring at some point along the way here, but I guess not. Yeah, I guess really if I was on challenge mode, we'd actually have no problem. I really wish challenge mode was like a one and done type thing. You know, you buy it and then you can just enable it or not. It's kind of frustrating to have the capital. Ooh. It's annoying to have to farm the capital every single time. Though realistically, that's mostly my fault for doing one challenge run and then leaving. Realistically, what I should have done was damn, that's a dense-ass corridor. What I should have done was... Oh, hey, yep, another card. What I should have done was, you know, kept going, but I wasn't planning for it, I wasn't ready for it, I didn't know what I was doing, yada yada yada. Loads of excuses, none of them at all legitimate, but I'm gonna call it close enough. And we need to get some more drones here, it'll make my life easier. Oh, he's above me. And dead. We do a lot of damage here. I was hoping we'd get to fight one of those wizardy things as like my main challenge for today. But you know what, I guess just basic, slightly fruitless grinding. Not exactly the greatest. I mean, we got like 5 levels today. That's not terrible. But for a game as ephemeral as this one, it is a little bit on the egregiously slow side of things. It's just, you know, I haven't played in several days, and it's nice to kind of just have relaxing time. I've spent the whole weekend judging smaller YouTubers' videos. The Let's Play subreddit, if any of you guys have heard of it or heard me talk about it, does a weekly competition called Unsucky Sunday, and it's more or less a competition to see, you know, who has generally the most okay videos from a set of online submissions. About 100, usually. I think for me it was 89, which was, you know, nice and fine. More than that, I think I would have eventually just given up and been like, let's watch the first 5 seconds. Bad? Okay. As it stood, I watched about the first 2 to 5 minutes, kind of depending on the video. I think I only actually watched one to completion, and that was kind of the rare exception. It was a guy ranting about Hyper Light Drifter. Well, we're going to take some damage here. Okay. Yep. Let's go around. But, God, the Hyper Light Drifter one was actually really good. It made me kind of sad that, like, highly edited content is actually really hard to get noticed for on YouTube. I'm not talking about, like, PewDiePie edited. I'm talking about, like, you know, well-done edited, high-quality, good voice, great point. I mean, it's effectively journalism. I still have no idea how, like... Well, I guess I know how, like, Total Biscuit got big, but I'm thinking of Super Bunny Hop, specifically. I have no idea how that guy got big, and good for him for it. There are a lot of other YouTubers that I think deserve... Well, maybe not deserve similar amounts of growth, but, like, have actually really good quality content, and just will never see the light of day because, you know, they don't produce enough content, and they, you know, they generally have to review something that's, well, older. Which definitely hurts. I don't know. It's a sad thing. I probably will never do content like that. Shell might eventually push me into making some. But as it stands, right now I'd just rather play. And have fun, and have a nice relaxing time. So, I know this one's a bit short, but I'm a little bit low on time. And, I mean, we got stuff done today. And we'll get a lot more stuff done tomorrow. Because I'm actually going to throw us on, challenge mode. And we'll run around, fighting the crap out of things that are going to kill me in like 2 or 3 hits. Which is going to be scary, but I think we've got our paces down for the first couple levels pretty easily. And let's see if we can shoot for 50 before I die or something like that. And mainly, see if we can get up some ultimate equipment here. Because that could be really nice. Either way, though, I'll see you guys in the next episode of Roguelands. And as always, thanks for watching.